Okay, so I think I've cleaned up my act here, and I now have the speaker connected up, the original speaker connected to the uh, output transformer here, and now I have the meter connected to the voice coil side of the output transformer. So we should be really ready to go here. But hold on, I see some more. Okay, so I was ripping away stuff here during the great conflagration. Back on. That's the negative of the B plus supply. There. The positive has remained connected. The meter is still connected. And our DC supply for the heaters is connected and set. Signal generator still working away up here all by itself, waiting patiently for me to sort things out for it. And on that note, we still have the signal generator connected to the grid cap of the, was probably the second tube. Because we're going to be working our way back towards the front of the radio. I think we're all set here. So let's apply the heater current. There we go. Looks fine. And we'll now apply the... Oh, let's turn the volume down because it could be exciting this time. Volume's down. We'll now apply the B+. You're going to watch this meter. I'll crank it up. Take it up to around 75 volts. Hear the radio come to life. Not screamingly loud, but I have the volume turned down. So if we turn the volume up, bingo, bingo. And what are we reading on our meter over here, which you can't quite see just now? There's a signal there, and I'll vary it. Oh yeah, that's it for sure. Can you see that? You know, it's still, I'm gonna have to do something about this meter now because the light in it is so strong. In a normal shot like this, you can't even see it. So let me adjust my... Hang on, I'm gonna go for a ride here. That's only the first half of the ride. Here's the second half. Son of a gun, still can't see it. What am I supposed to do to make that visible? I have to get it closer. That's the only way. Okay, let me sort this. Okay, so what I did was I just added a pile of light, and the camera has turned down its, is adjusted for the extra light, and now you can see the pointer. So we're ready to go. Here, watch what the pointer does when I'll turn down the amount of modulation. There, yeah, right on. So we're all set. Everything is set. I'm set. We're all set. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of alignment here. After all that. And the first thing I got to do is read the instructions very carefully here. So L7, L8, the second IF. The second IF is in the corner away. So here it is. There we go. Ooh, I better check the frequency of this. 455, right on the money. Watching the meter. Well, look at that, eh? That's a big boost. Okay, now I got to get underneath here. How am I going to do this? Yeah, okay, so how am I going to do this? I got this radio not tipped the right way for doing this kind of work. I got to tip it. Should I do this with the whole thing switched on? Everyone's yelling no. That's a good idea. Switch it off. Tip it up now. Which way? Oh my gosh. Boy. All kinds of bad stuff must have happened there. What's going on here? Let's see. Well, you know, I think I actually did that without really disturbing any of the connections. Okay. Come on, how come it's not showing my... There we go. Okay, we'll switch on the power. First the heaters, and now we'll switch on the B+. And there we are back in business. Now, I have to tune the other side of the IF can, the other end of the IF can, which is really tricky now because I got a camera in here, I got a tripod in here, I got everything in here. Just getting the screw engaged here. The screwdriver. There we are. Okay, we're in. Here we go. Oh, whoa, what's happening? Yeah, my horrid speaker connection. Ah, screwdriver fell out. I gotta fix that. Okay, this will be a little more reliable. I had twisted some wires together and they just weren't reliable that way. So now I've clipped them properly. We shouldn't have a jumpy meter anymore. There we go. Tuning. Now we'll do the bottom one again. This is the bottom tuning slug on the second IF. It's peaked nicely. Check the top again, but it should be just fine. Check our signal generator, still going at 455. Now, that's the end of step 1. Step 2. Get onto the first detector grid cap in the 1A7. So we just move our clip lead from the 1N5 to the 1A7. And carry on with the other coil. So we can do that pretty easily. 1A7 is back there. So we'll move our clip here. Here. have a view of this. This massive wire hanging around here now. So take this off here. Doesn't that sound like a radio? And we'll put it on right here. Oh, it didn't even come through. Listen to that noise, eh? How am I supposed to do this through that? This isn't going to work well. Maybe I boost up the output here. Yeah, that's a little better. Still at 455. And where's the antenna? Lead. Well, let's see what we can do with this. I'm not sure we can. Maybe I gotta go up even higher. It's usually not good to to align a radio with a strong signal fed into it. It triggers the AVC. It starts becoming real challenging. What happened there to that noise? Okay, well that's a signal generator going up and down there. So we're picking it up. So we'll go ahead and do the next IF. Oh boy. Okay. That's my metal screwdriver. That's not going to work, is it? Let's try a plastic one here. A little less metal on this one. There we go. No. The blade on my tool is too big to go into the slot. How do you like that? Here's my... So that blade is too big to go in the slot of the... What good is it? Okay, let's try another small screwdriver here. Well, makes it drift. But let's see what we can do. Well, I got a little boost on that. We'll do the top of it. Okay. I don't think we're going to get very much more out of that. We'll check the bottom again. That's 400. just turning the volume down. A little easier to take in the shop here. Okay, next step along the way. Let me just break the video here. Okay, next step is hook up to the antenna lead in series with a very small capacitor. Tune to 600. Turn the dial to 600. Adjust the oscillator and the antenna. And you know what? We've hit lunchtime here, so I think I'm gonna let this go till after lunch, and we'll finish off here. Just 2 more stages, 2 more steps to do. Great. Okay, so now we're set up to do the next step. This is a 4-step alignment procedure. We're on step number 3 now, and attach the signal generator to the antenna lead in series with a 200 microfarad capacitor. So here's my connection down here. There it is there. Right here. And it's connected around to here, which is the antenna wire. So that's the signal generator connection to the antenna. 600 kilocycles, as they like to say. There we are. You can see the signal generator is running right on 600. Here. So right on 600 here. Okay. We should tune the radio into 600, and we should find it. Okay, so let's power it up. First we'll bring on the heaters here. Just right there. There we go. Small current flow, perfect. And we'll switch in the B+. And there's the radio operating. Try to tune in 600. Now, unfortunately, I got the radio backwards here. We can't actually see the dial, but I'll look at it in the mirror. So I think that's the signal generator. Getting more hum than signal out of it. 76 volts on the B+ supply. I think we should be hearing 1,000 hertz tone coming out. I don't quite understand why we're not hearing the tone. Well, let's carry on with the process. Maybe that'll fix it up. So I have it tuned to 600 kilocycles. Is that absolutely correct? That's right on 600. Look at that. This radio is perfect. Going on 593 now. Close though, eh? We'll adjust the oscillator. See if I can get everything into the picture here. Yes, I'm using a metal screwdriver there. Well, so what I do is, as soon as I bring it in contact, if it's going to cause a problem, you know it. And often it doesn't. It doesn't cause any problem. And I like the solidness of it. My signal generator is not putting out the tone. My new signal generator. What's happened to you? Wow, I have to cheat it that way. Okay, anyway, now we can hear it. Now the tone's coming out. Now we got something to work with. Now everything's making some sense. More sense if I turn that down. Reduce the output of the signal generator so the weaker signal's being worked with. Okay, so that's right on 600. And this right on 600. We're done with that adjustment. So now we'll go up to 1500. Repeat the same thing. Oh, I should do L2 also. L2. L2. Here's L2. I wish I could make that meter visible to you, but I can't. Okay, that's maximized on this one. Now we go on to the next step, which is 1500 kilocycles. Kilocycles. I love 1500 here. Okay, now tune the radio so it shows 1500 on the dial. think that's it there. Yep. Well, there's where it's actually running a little high. So 1500 now. What are we supposed to adjust? C15. That's C15. No, there is no such C15. You're kidding me. Oh, there's the instruction, of course. Okay. So now it's receiving 1500 at 15 on the dot. And the last step, C3, the antenna. C3. C3. Yeah, that's a little better. C3, is it going to show on here? There it is, C3. It was just the other. It's just the other the trimmer on the tuning capacitor. Okay. Just getting my output meter upscale here. Okay. A small lift on that. Okay. So that's all 4 procedures. All 4 procedures. We're done. Okay, so let's set it up and see what we can receive with it. Okay, let's give it a go here. I'll switch it on. Here, why don't before I switch it on, let me just mess everything up by turning it like this. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay, let's give it a go. So, on with the heaters. Here we are. On with a little bit of voltage. Not a little bit. I wake up my sleeping meter there. .75 volts. course, we hear all kinds of computer chatter. But let's give it a go anyway. So, it says police right there. Can you hear it? I hear it. Let me go back. Uh-oh. Sorry. Well, there it is. That's really typical of radios in my shop when I've got incandescent lights going, I've got the computer going, the computer screen is right behind the radio here. So, of course, that's what that's going to sound like. But I have an idea for another segment, another video segment, which will follow this one, and we'll try that again under slightly different circumstances. We'll see how it works. So, let's give that a try. Okay, so I'm just shutting down my computers. There it goes. Okay, and a fair bit of noise went with it. So let's tune across the band again. That's in French. We're in Canada, so there is French TV and radio around.
According to tourism Toronto, we have over 1.4 million people from countries.
There we are. Still lots of noise. I wonder what else it could be. Doesn't sound like a light. Well, on my lights. What if I have routers and things like that just right around the area here, so that's where most of this noise is coming from. And, but for sure, my own computer in here is generating a large amount of the noise. But anyway, radio's working quite well. All it needs is back in the cabinet, a set of batteries, and away it goes. So the next thing to work on is the cabinet itself. So, hope you found that interesting. See you later.